There is only one input into this activity, a business problem or need. There are two outputs, a goal model and a draft process design summary. The goal model document will be used throughout portfolio, program and project management. It will drive the content and performance level of the to-be process design. It will also drive the development of the process measures model. The other document created is a draft process design summary. The draft process design summary is to begin creating a single presentation that documents their goals, and to define the business and process environment that will provide the capability to achieve the defined goals. This helps the business relationship and project manager to identify the architecture vision, the change impact, business value, and implementation strategy for the to-be state. Both the business relationship and project manager need to understand the process design, as this forms the basic concept for the project's deliverables. The task for documenting the goal model involves getting the goals and objectives set correctly with the help of the project champion. After that, the strategies and process critical success factors are developed in iterative steps throughout the project using interviews and work sessions with the project champion and subject matter experts. The first task is to document the goal. The business relationship manager should meet with the project champion to identify and document the high-level goals of the project. The goals should be action-oriented, starting with a verb, and clearly define a measurable end state to be achieved. This can be an iterative process of listening to the champion, articulating your understanding of the goal, and reviewing for concurrence. The second task is to document objectives and targets. The business relationship manager should work with the project champion to identify and document the objectives to be achieved when the desired end state is reached. The objectives should be actionable and include targets for desired performance levels. In addition to clarifying the extent of change expected, the objectives and targets will be used to drive end process metrics during the process management step of the project. The third task is to interview subject matter experts after the goals, objectives, and targets have been identified. The business relationship manager will begin an iterative investigation of the current state by working with subject matter experts and critical stakeholders. The project champion should recommend subject matter experts and support the interview scheduling process. The fourth task is to develop and document strategies. Through the iterative investigation of the as-is-state, strategies will be identified, which need to be implemented to achieve the objectives of the desired end state. The strategies are refined and linked to the appropriate objective, which they support. Although the strategies are an element of the goal model, they could be developed through discussions with the champion, subject matter experts, as problem analysis or to be brainstorming. Since the goal model reflects an agreement between the champion and the project team concerning project direction, it should be reviewed with the champion anytime a new element is added or changed. The fifth task is to develop and document process critical success factors. Finally, through the analysis of the strategies, the business relationship manager will identify the critical success factors, which are required for the strategies to be successful. These factors must determine the must-have elements or conditions for success. A useful technique for identifying critical success factors is team brainstorming and affinity grouping. After testing the critical success factors for necessary and sufficiency conditions, they can be reviewed with subject matter experts and the champion for agreement. These factors will drive the design of the to-be process. In turn, the to-be process design will challenge the viability and completeness of the factors, causing the team to add or modify the process critical success factors. If the team has generated more than 6 to 8, a common occurrence, then they should go back and repackage them. This exercise will cause the process critical success factors to be crisp, exclusive, and at the right communication level for this deliverable. The last task, Task 6, is to communicate and seek agreement. The goal model will evolve during the process or requirements activity, and represents an understanding and agreement between the business relationship manager, project champion and other stakeholders. Therefore, it is critical that the goal model is viewed as a living document, which is reviewed and frequently updated throughout the project. Furthermore, it is recommended that the goal model be made easily accessible to all stakeholders and published using simple, but adequate, revision history procedures. Recap of Clarify Goals format. The business goals must be illustrated at the highest level of the hierarchy. Preferably one business goal would be depicted. If the goal is succinctly and uniquely stated, it is easily understood. The business goal can be supported by at least one, and probably more than one, associated objective with a target that sets the expected change level. The objective must be illustrated as the second level of the hierarchy. The business goal may include many related objectives. The business relationship manager should try to keep the objectives few, 2 to 4, crisp and measurable. The relationship between goals and objective will be depicted with connecting lines. Each objective must have at least one associated strategy. Strategies must be illustrated as the third level of the hierarchy. Each objective may include many related strategies. There can be many-to-many relationships between objectives and strategies. Again, a small number of strategies are preferred, 2 to 6. The relationship between objective and strategies will be depicted with connecting lines. Critical success factors must be illustrated as the fourth level of the hierarchy. Each strategy may include many related critical success factors. There can be many-to-many relationships between strategies and process critical success factors. The relationship between objective and strategies will be depicted with connecting lines. A maximum number of 6 items of any type should be included on a single page.